Okay, so today is December 9th, 2018, and I just want to talk about being yourself. And I feel like the best way to be yourself is to be selfish in that sense. Like, you got to figure out what works for you, what you like, what makes you happy, what you feel like your purpose is, something that no matter what's going on in your life, it brings you peace. It calms you. It makes you feel better. It relaxes you. Like, you have to know yourself to begin to know anything else, or before you get involved with anything else. You need to know who you are. You need to know what you like, what you don't like. You need to experiment. You need to try stuff. You need to meet different people. You need to go places. You need to travel. You need to eat different foods. And you don't know what you like if you became comfortable with liking the same thing. You don't know if you really like that because you like it, or because you've never tried anything else. If you get what I'm saying on that. And don't try to change yourself because of your surroundings. Like, if you're evolving for the best or you're changing for the better, okay, by all means, yes. But don't try to alter who you are because you're hanging around this crowd, or you're with this certain person, or you're trying to do this, or you're trying to do that. Like, excuse me. That doesn't give you a reason, to change. And not a valid one, not a good one, honestly. So just know that. And once you know yourself, once you know what you like, what makes you happy, all of that, you'll know that you are perfect. And you will stop comparing yourself to what so-and-so got going on, or who so-and-so is as a person, or how much this person has accomplished, or how much this person is doing, has done, or will do. Or you will stop counting other people's pockets, because you know that you are perfect for you. And there's no such thing as time wasted, because time reveals all. Once you know that, you will know that things that are meant for you will automatically come to you. Like, based off my experiences with life, I feel like things come to me because I'm ready for them, or to see if I'm gonna go back to it. That's why I feel like things come to me. Like, they come to you to see if you are mentally prepared, and have you grown enough for it, or have you matured enough, or did you learn your lesson? That's really what the second one is. Like, did you learn your lesson the first time? So things that are happening for me now, I feel like they're well deserved. They're things that I've always wanted, and I would say that I want. And eventually, you say something enough, you speak it enough, you think it enough, it's gonna come to you. But it's not gonna come to you on the time that you want it to come to you on, and you should appreciate that, because you would not have appreciated that if you would have got it when you wanted it. You had to get hurt. You had to go through some things. You had to go through some trials to really appreciate the person, or the situation, or the business, or the growth that you got from it. You had to mature mentally before you were put in a position to win. Because if you would have just won outright, you wouldn't have appreciated it. You would have played with it. You would have taught it. You wouldn't have it. You wouldn't work so hard for it, because it was just given to you. And you don't appreciate anything that you're just giving. Like, for instance, you in high school, your first car is a car off the lot. You gonna dog that car out. Like, your people just got you a new car. Like, you gonna treat it like something because it's new. But once you done got used to having a new car, everybody else driving 1990 Hondas and, Corollas and stuff, and you got an Acura TL, a 2018 Acura TL, or a TLX. You just got your license, like you 16 with a brand new car off the lot. You're not gonna appreciate that car. You can't even drive yet, honestly. So they giving you something new that you gonna ding up, you gonna red, you don't appreciate it because you didn't work for it. They just gave it to you. It's like, yeah, my parents gave this to me. Yeah. But it's basically like that. Like, life doesn't change. If you actually think about it and take a step back, a lot of the middle school, high school lessons that you learned, they're repeating themselves. It's just with different things. Life repeats itself. It's just a different scenery, a different vessel. That's it. But it's the same lesson behind most of the things. And if you didn't get it the first time, second time, third time, it's gonna keep coming to you because you haven't learned your lesson yet. But back to what I was saying, you are perfect. Once you realize you are perfect, you will stop trying to be somebody else. You will stop trying to fit in with the crowd. You will stop trying to do what everybody else is doing because you know that you are perfect. And you weren't meant to fit in. You weren't meant to blend with the crowd. You were not meant for that. That is not meant for you. You are not that person. You are not that woman. You're not that girl. You're not that man. You're not that child. That's not you. You wasn't meant to be with the crowd. Once you accept that and you own your identity, you own who you are, you own that, everything that was truly meant for you and will make you genuinely happy. And I'm not even speaking on money. Like, it has nothing to do with that. Honestly, it's a lot of things I've done as far as jobs, careers, things I like doing, habits, hobbies, whatever. I don't want to be rich, and I've noticed that. I don't want to be poor. I don't want to be middle class, but I don't want to be rich either. I want to be well off, but I'm not trying to have trillions of dollars that I'm never going to spend or any of that. Like, I want to leave my kids something. I want a house paid off so that even if my kids don't stay there, that still be like the family home. That'll be the house they go to when they, want to do something, holidays, stuff like that. I still want those values. So I don't want to be rich. I want to have enough money to where I can appreciate being normal, honestly. I want a normal life. I want a husband. I want kids. I don't want to work. So it's not going to be so normal. But I want to get to a place where I don't have to work. Who wants to work 50, 60, 70 years, retire, and you got 12 years left, but you can't do nothing no more? You can't you can't travel because you didn't travel when you were young. You felt like you had to get this money. I want to enjoy my life. I want to travel. I want to make memories. I want to love a black man. I want to raise black kids and show them who they are, show them their value. Like, I want to break generational curses. I want to do that on both sides. Like, I want my kids to know their parents. I want my kids to know that they are loved. I don't want to have my kids growing up in a broken home and not know who they are, or they don't feel like they don't have an identity. Like, I want to accept my kids and embrace them. Like, no, I know they're my kids, but I would like to know them as an individual also, because besides the fact that you're my child, you're still a person. You're going to be someone's parent one day, or maybe not. It just goes off that. I genuinely want to, have a healthy environment for my kids to grow up in and to be them best selves. Because you have to realize your kids are your future. And the future from on. Like, they're birthing the rest of the generations. Like, so it starts at home. I want to be comfortable. I want a house out the way. I don't want to stay in the city. I don't want to be around a bunch of crazy kids. I don't want to be around no campuses. I don't want to be around none of that. I want a house in the country. Not too far out of town, because then I ain't going to never come to town. But I want some land. I want my kids to be able to have dirt bikes, four-wheelers. We have pools. They, husband go fishing. Teach my son how to fish. Like, I want that. That's what I want. And the fact that I'm speaking it, I think it, I see it, I'm going to make it possible. Like, it's just that simple. It's not hard to get things that you work for. It's not hard to have something to believe in. And I'm not doing this for nobody else. I'm not doing this to be shown. I'm not doing it to get credit for. I'm doing this because this is what I genuinely want. Like, a lot of people grew up in situations that broke them and still break them. And they haven't healed. They haven't gotten to know themselves enough to really see what being at peace feels like, or being loved feels like. And that's not what I want for me. Like, I know what it feels like to feel love. I really don't know how to love. And the fact that I'm woman enough to admit that speaks levels itself. Like, I don't know how to love. I don't know how to be affectionate as I could be or should be. But the thing about it, if you don't know how to do something, be willing to learn it. Because if you don't know how to do something and you don't want to learn how to do it, you're never going to do it. I'm willing to learn how to love somebody. I'm willing to learn how to be affectionate. I'm willing to learn how to have a family and how to be a family. Because my upbringing wasn't bad. Like, I didn't get abused or anything. At least not physically. I feel like I put more pressure on myself mentally, and that's something we all do. But I really, I want my kids to have a safe zone. I want a relationship with my kids that I didn't have with my mom or my dad. That's just what I want to do. And I don't, like, my mama, I love that woman to death, and she's strong. Like, my mom has shown me how to be a strong woman. Showed me how to work. She showed me what a woman truly is in every essence. In her essence, she showed me what a woman is. But my mama worked. So, yeah, we seen my mom, but I seen other stuff. Like, I seen my mom struggle. I seen my mom be in pain. I seen my mom hurt. I seen my mom grow. Like, and as a child, that's stuff you're going to see just because you're around it. And sometimes you see stuff and you don't see it until you sit back and really think about it. You're observing it, but you're not really observing it. You're just living in it. And I seen everything my mama went through as far as my dad, my brother's dad. Like, I seen how hard it was for her to raise us by herself and to man a house. And I literally mean man a house. Like, my mama changed oils, changed tires. She'll look at the belt line, and like, my mama do that, and still is a beautiful woman. Like, gonna go to church every Sunday, wear heels and dress and all that. Like, feminine, but she get them hands dirty. She do that. She cooks, she clean around the house. Like, she paint. She's creative. She's always been beautiful, like, in her essence, period. My mom is just a beautiful individual, period. And I've seen the hurt that she went through. I've seen the pain that she's gone through. And it made both of us stronger, because I'm a little girl watching my mama be this strong. So it shows me how to be strong. But on the back end, it shows me that I can have a man and I don't have to be as strong. Not saying, like, when you got a man, but you got to think about it. What is a man really supposed to be for you? He's supposed to protect you. He's supposed to provide. He's supposed to do all of that. And if you're too strong to let him do that, he's never going to do it. He's going to feel like he's not needed. And he'll go on to the next one that is just going to use him, abuse him, and not treat him right. So I've seen that. That's stuff I've seen growing up, and it helped mold me be a great woman. I've made mistakes. I'm not perfect at all. I'm human, just like the next person, the next man. So I'm not gonna make it seem as if I'm just holier than thou. I'm gonna put myself on this pedestal, but I know I'm a good woman, and I'm not downing anybody else. Yeah, I've done things I'm not proud of, but I feel like for you to genuinely be who you need to be 100%, you're going to have to get dirty. You're going to have to see what the other side of the pillow feel like to really appreciate what side you want the pillow to be on. You're going to have to go through certain things that aren't meant for you to really show you what is, because it's a two-way street. Like, I feel like if you believe in heaven, you got to believe in hell. It's just that simple to me. So you can't have good and not have bad. Like, the good shows you how to deal with the bad. The bad shows you how to appreciate the good. That's all it do. So I'm happy that I've grown and matured, and I can say stuff like this and it not hurt me or it not take me to a bad place. Because I've been dead at a lot of things. Like I promise you, I'm at peace when it comes to a lot of things. I've forgiven people who hurt me, because you being hurt only holds you back. You can hate somebody and they not even know it. So they going on with their life. They living, they're free. That hate is only holding you. It only has you in bondage. You the only one hurting from your hurt. Unless you making other people hurt, because hurt people hurt people. But you the only one that's hurting from that. They done let it go. They done got over it. They don't even know they hurt you. Or they don't even know you still affected by it. So when it comes to things like that, you just gotta let some stuff go. And in the perfect world, you can protect your kids from anything. In a perfect world. I know I can't protect my kids from everything. But I know I can give them a better upbringing than I had. I can give them a 2-parent household. I can do everything I need to do as a woman, and my husband can do everything that he needs to do as a man to show our kids what a man and a woman together looks like, what a unity looks like, what something real looks like. It's not perfect, but we working for it, and it's real. Like, that's it. That's all I want. That's all I want. And it's not hard to have that. It is, and it's not. Like, if you trying and you try your best and you fail, you tried. You know, whatever the situation may be, it's not on you. It wasn't your fault. You tried. You put your all into it. So it's not your fault that it didn't work out. It's not your fault that it failed. It's the other person's, because they didn't see it how you saw it. Or they weren't trying like you were trying. So it's really not that hard to be that person or to have that relationship. Because when something is meant for you, it is meant for you. And it is couture. It is fitted for you. It's yours. And you just gotta appreciate it. Don't find the ugly in a situation. Don't, just enjoy the moments and let those moments become weeks, months, years, decades, generations. Like, enjoy the moment, because the problem is we live so far in the future that we forget about the now. That's what we're doing. 5 years from now, I'm going to be doing this, I'm going to be doing that. But what are you doing now? We live so far in the future that we forget about the now. And you also got to realize that your kids don't pick their parents. So you pick the environment in the situation that you're going to bring your kids up in. Like, you pick your baby daddy. You pick your husband. Your kids don't pick their parents. So how their upbringing will be, it's ultimately on you. It really is. Anyway, I've talked for 20 minutes. I know this video was, I guess eye-opening in a sense. I don't know. When I get in the car, I just feel like I gotta talk. And if I'm not on the phone with somebody, the thoughts still go through my head. So I can either have this conversation with a person, or I can have it with myself and still have it. Or I can record it and actually eventually post it, or I don't know, just keep it in my phone. Because I record myself all the time. Everything just, I don't feel like it's post worthy. And I don't post stuff for others. I do, but I don't. Like, it's not like, oh, well, I'm going to post this video because I know 100 people going to watch it. I don't have any followers on YouTube right now. And I have less than 1,000 friends on Facebook. So I know ain't nobody really checking for me on Facebook. So I know what it is when it comes to that. I post these videos because I like making videos, honestly.